Why do men who are afraid of getting someone pregnant not default to using condoms? I feel like most people have a disconnect between actions and consequences. And there's no concern about STDs? They're not actually worried about the pregnancy. They're worried about their role and responsibility. The guys I've met who didn't and end up getting someone pregnant and whining about it had some kind of the following thinking going on. 1. All women should be on hormonal contraceptives. If they are not, pregnancy is their bad. 2. They do some mental gymnastics which make them immune to the requirement whilst simultaneously protected. 3. YOLO, but with the certainty all women should be expected to have abortions at their say-so. I remember when I first started at 16 and was terrified of her getting pregnant. She was on the pill, I wore a condom and I pulled out. GIF every time for a year, maybe longer. This is a loaded question. I feel like the men who are truly afraid of getting someone pregnant would be the ones wearing condoms now. Why do some men insist on not wearing condoms? It's because the feeling of not using one is so intense that it transforms sex into something even more pleasurable. That being said, you're a moron if you don't use condoms if the woman isn't on BC, and especially if you just met. IDK what world you live in, but if I don't want someone pregnant, I don't care how many pills or hormonal contraceptives you put in your body. I'm wrapping my willy. Because I'm not silly. I'm in a long-term relationship. We do it so often we run out of condoms. We seriously sit there contemplating the risk. We'll be ready in a year or two, but not now. All these men refusing to wear a condom but saying women need to take body-altering hormones so she doesn't get pregnant are they same ones all up in a woman's uterus when they have an unplanned pregnancy. Men suck. I'm married and do it raw all the time. Kind of a perk of monogamy. Because they are selfish assholes. It's entitlement. They worry about it, but they also think they shouldn't have to be bothered with preventing it. It's something women should have to worry about. That's the only logical explanation as far as I'm concerned. Well, as I've known plenty of these knobs. They blame everything on the girl. She gets pregnant. Her fault. He gets STD. Her fault. This is a very broad generalization. When I was having casual sex, I used condoms every time. I even stopped potential partners who were ready to go unprotected so I could put one on. Some men prefer taking the risk because it feels better. Men like me think that's stupid. In a relationship for 8 years and still wear a condom every time. I'm scared shitless of her getting pregnant, and she doesn't like taking the pill, and I'd rather her not take pills either. I'm down for a vasectomy too. Because sex feels better when you know that the other person will have to bear the entire social, physical, financial, and again, social consequences of the sex. People make stupid choices, and it's lower risk for the man if the woman gets pregnant, so it's easier to make the stupid choice. I was always a guy who didn't wear condoms, mastered the pull-out method in my mind. Luckily I got married before I caught something irreversible or got someone pregnant. I think this comes from a general culture of, it's unlikely so it probably won't happen to me. I think this kind of logic is prevalent in many facets of our society, not just pregnancy or STDs. There's also a general lack of awareness when it comes to choice and consequence in our modern world. People tend to leap before looking and feel comfortable doing it because so much of our lives is spent in that metaphorical moment right before we land after the aforementioned careless leap. Trying to figure out the best way to stick the landing no matter how fucked up the leap was. I hope that makes sense. Honestly, I always taught my son that even if she is on BC, you still wear a condom. That pregnancy isn't the only thing to worry about. And you lessen the chance of an accidental pregnancy by always wearing a condom. Well, that's why I got a vasectomy. Don't have to worry about it.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.